there? Is there a dog? Is he alone? Is he at the airport? Is he on a fucking bus? Is he on the plane? Is there a clicking noise? There's probably a clicking noise. Is this a clip show? I don't know if it's a clip show. It's a fucking show. Just listen, goddammit!
Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-year-old boy podcast. Where in the world is Mike? Where is my striped sweater? Where is Waldo? Where is my hat? Where are my big fucking round glasses? Well, I can tell you this. They're not in California. They're not in a living room. They're not waiting on Lily Von Stupp, who is still moving. She's still loading a loading van and heading over to her new place, her new apartment, it's actually not an apartment, it's a house. She was living in an apartment, and then she said, fuck this. And then she and a clown and balloon artist went and walked into a bar. A stripper, a clown, and a balloon artist walk into a bar. And a girl walks into a bar with a 3-foot salami under one arm and a parakeet on the other shoulder. And then falls through the ceiling. No, yes, smoke them up, Johnny. All right, so that's Breakfast Club. Hi. I'm Mike, and I'm here in a basement in Chicago with my good friend David. Hi, David.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Fantastic. Who just told me my Chicago voice comes out when I talk to you? Someone said that to me.
I'm from here.
Well, you certainly, but I mean, because I wind up talking like a normal, and I did have this. Someone told me I don't sound like I'm from Chicago, and I said, well, if I'm around people, then I do.
No,
it sort of arrives.
Well, there's a hardcore Chicago accent that I don't think any of us really have.
Well, no, none of us sound like the fucking cops in Home Alone.
Or super fans.
Yeah, those guys are even worse. But I'm saying,
but there are guys that talk like that.
Unnecessary violence to apprehend the Blues Brothers has been approved. There's those dudes, and that's not us. But I mean, but still, I'll D's and Do's them a little bit. Nah, I don't do D's and Do's, but I'll,
a little bit.
Yeah, I can kind of get into that. Patois, if you will. And oh boy, that's a Chicago word. I'll tell you what, a lot of those dudes on the Chicago.
Is he on the Bears?
No, it's actually a liver sausage spread that you eat with crackers. Yeah, it's delicious. Dude, I love a liver sausage, by the way. Let's talk about that for just a second. Holy fucking Jesus. Probably not the best.
A little extreme.
That's a guy who loves liver sausage.
Man, that guy loves meat.
He totally loves liver sausage if he's willing to take down the fucking savior.
Take the Lord's name in vain over meat.
Dude, just, you know what, fill those holes in your hands full of liver sausage and eat it. Just go to work. Dude. Just pack in those fucking stigmatas. Just pack them with fucking Braunschweiger. There you go. That'll stop the bleeding and give you a tasty snack. Eat it up. Swallow it down. Oh, man. It gives you extra iron. That's all it is. It comes with some of your blood mixed into the Braunschweiger. Some of the blood of the man, blood of the lamb, blood of the Christ, or whatever the fuck. This is the blood of my blood and the wine of my wine, or whatever he's doing.
The bronze savior?
Yeah, that dude. So I'm like, yeah, he's got the fucking holes in the stigmata, and just pack that full of Braunschweiger, cracked pepper Braunschweiger from old Wisconsin.
Whoa. So you want to take the Jesus Christ wounds from his hands, the holes from the nails, and you want to fill it with liver sausage.
Yes, I want to fill it with liver sausage.
I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Of course. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, that doesn't seem to make any sense. You should fill it with rolled salami. However, I fill the Jesus Christ Savior's wounds with fucking liver sausage because then...
Is that kosher automatically?
Of course it is. The second he touches it, right? That's his
deal.
I
don't know how that works. I don't.
Well, that's why if you're ever having a kosher butcher chop, you got to hire Jesus. Because, like, you don't have to fucking have the blessing and all those other dudes, because then those dudes come in.
Just hire a guy named Jesus to touch the meat.
He comes in and he takes care of everything. I mean, you want to have, because, I mean, fuck, you want to have a moil come in and spit all over your pork chops? No, you don't. Wait a minute, are they selling pork chops? Probably not. Why did my brain go to that meat? That's the one meat they don't sell in the kosher butcher shop, I would imagine.
Who spit on it?
A moil.
Oh, I thought you said like emo, or I didn't catch that. A moil. Okay, a guy.
A moil.
A moil.
You don't want to, come on, nobody, and I will, look, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Nobody wants a moil to spit all over their pork chops, no matter where it is. Kosher butcher shop, restaurant, pork store, moil shop, moil house. I don't know.
Yeah, I know where that mouth's been.
Sadly you do with a moil. That's the problem. I don't get that. I don't understand it. I don't think, and again, here's the thing, like, that's, when you hear about what that is, what a moil does and all that sort of thing, in your head you just go, well, that's like an urban legend thing of bullshit. Like, that never happens, right?
Are you talking about the circumcision?
Yes.
No, that's true.
Oh, that's grim.
Do you know, in somewhere in New York, there was a guy who, because of the fact that he was a moil, could keep doing that ceremony, even though I think he had...
Is ceremony the proper word, really, when you think about it? Ceremony to me means balloons, and I'm sorry. If you hire a guy to bite off your kid's cock, I don't think any balloons are going to be needed. That is not something you're going to want to celebrate and put up a sign. That is not. There's no ceremony. There's no celebratory feeling at all. If anything, there should be black crepe paper hung, and you're totally sad.
But he had, I don't know if it was herpes or he had something that it was, but it took too long for them to stop him from doing that because he was under the cloud of religious.
So he had like herpes sores?
He had something that could be transmitted sexually, which is that act, if
Orally.
Yeah, orally. Yeah.
Oh. You know what you got to do?
What?
Pack that mouth with liver sausage.
Jesus.
That guy's not spreading anything at that point. He's got a mouthful of delicious old Wisconsin cracked pepper liver sausage. And every kid's cock is safe within a 10-mile radius. So wait a minute. So he's like spreading disease?
He spread disease because the bureaucracy of having to wade through the cloud of religious freedom took so long that by the time they stopped this guy, he had infected so many people.
It sounds to me like, you know what? This guy's a Metallica song. Like literally come to life. He's the leper messiah. Spreading his disease. Oh, you pick your glory. You will. You will. You will. Oh, hold on. I hurt myself.
Why don't you do that?
I'll do the Hetfield the whole fucking show.
Work.
This show will last 4 minutes. So, hi. Now I need some water. Hold on.
You were talking about exotic meats?
Well, I was talking about, I guess so. If you want to talk about biting off a baby cock, that's certainly an exotic meat. You're not going to find that everywhere.
I just got back from Las Vegas with the UN of Evil. And on Friday night, we went to a Mediterranean restaurant, which I've never really been to before.
Can I tell you right now, I love Mediterranean food. Yeah. I'm a huge fucking fan of shawarma and kafta and hummus and oh my God.
You know what I ordered?
What'd you have?
A big ass plate of baba ganoush.
Nice, baba ganoush.
I ordered it because I wanted to say the name a lot.
Now it's vegetables, right? Isn't that I
don't know. It was a spread. It was a sauce. This was one of those joints we sat down at a long table, and you just pick. It was a Mediterranean tapas.
Oh, okay.
Place.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of appetizers. So we literally took one menu, and you just marked what you wanted, and they brought that many orders of that out.
So great.
It was,
but they brought them, but they were already prepared, right? Because as you know about me, it wasn't a Brazilian steakhouse because I am anti-Brazilian steakhouse because I do not want a meat puzzle. I just want a plate of food.
Yeah, I want the food all at once.
Exactly.
This did come in waves,
but because it's tapas, it comes in small bites, in small plates. Yeah, absolutely, that's the way it should be.
And so there were sauces, and I saw at the top of the sauce list that said baba ganoush.
Yeah.
I said, God damn, I got to get baba ganoush.
Done.
What is it? I don't care. I'm getting it. So I put a couple checks by that. I put a couple checks. Anything that had the word lamb in it.
Done.
I ordered it.
Nice.
And dude, I ate so much lamb. And that's not something I would do, but I was just socking away the lamb.
Sure. Well, it's funny. You ordered baba ganoush because you realize you're not going to have a third kid, and you're never going to have the opportunity to name it that.
I know.
So you're like, fuck, if I'm going to say baba ganoush, it's going to be in this goddamn restaurant.
I got somewhere I got to be connected forever to a baba ganoush.
See, tapas,
I'm not a fan of the concept.
Well, I am a fan of the concept because I like the small bite. The problem is when they charge you like $14 for 2 small bites, you're kind of like, the whole point of that is I've avoided the entree so I could get a bunch of different things. Jill and I went to one tapas restaurant, and it was after the Randall Cobb game. A few years ago when the Bears, the Bears the Bears played for the division title, and it was horrific. Well, it was a fantastic experience, and I talked about it on the show. By year 7, 6, 5,
one of them,
by all of them. But on that show, I talked about Jill and I going to the game, and then at halftime I asked her if she wanted to leave, and she got turned into Catfight Jill, and she's like, "Fuck that, I'm not leaving." And then of course she's thankful she didn't because then the fucking Packers won on a touchdown pass with like 9 seconds left because of Chris Conte's fucking bullshit. Do you realize? Because the Bears are fucking awful. All right, we can talk about that because she was teasing me the other day. She's just like, "Oh, honey, it's okay. The Bears will someday turn it around in like 10 years or 15 years." And I'm like, 2 years ago, we were 1 touchdown pass away from winning the division.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't good. Certainly we weren't good because we could have clinched the division the week before, but we gave up 50 to the fucking Eagles on Sunday Night Football. So we weren't a great team. And Trustman and Emery, they fucking burned that team to the ground. They burned it. What was that voice?
I don't know.
They burned it.
Burned it.
That's a Hetfield way. Burn! So obviously they weren't good, but they were that close. And I keep telling her, look, we were that close. And she's like, yes, honey, but we won the division. I'm like, yes, but we were that close. She's like, honey, let it go. So the other day she was teasing me about how they're terrible. And I'm like, this is, because I can't believe they won Sunday. Because this is, and Dave, you got to back me up here. This is the worst Chicago Bears team of our lifetime. Yes?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
It truly is.
No, it isn't.
Of our lifetime. Dude, we've seen 5-11. And I think we saw a 4-12, but they've been mediocre bad, like for a long time.
They were horrific in the 70s.
Yeah, but they
you
never
say
went...
our lifetime. Remember the 73, 74, even 75.
Well, all right, early 70s. But I'm like 6 at that point. I'm just worried about my dad not killing my mom. You know what I mean? It's like I can't be concerned.
Were different, yeah.
I can't be concerned with the Bears' record at that point because the hardest hitting linebacker in the state is hitting my mom in the face. So it's like I got no interest in fucking watching football at that point because I'm running down the street trying to get help.
So in our adult life,
yes,
this could be the worst.
To me, yes, because again, even the Wanstead years and stuff when they went 5-11, and they got like the high draft picks of Curtis Enos and Curtis Conway, and they fucked those up constantly.
Didn't Dick those last couple of Dick years, weren't those pretty bad? 6-10.
Yeah, but 6-10. I mean, I fully expect this team to go like 2-14. Like, I mean, I expect this to be one of those atrocious teams that never gets shown on television in other markets. You know what I mean? They didn't even cut away to show you the end of the game because it's not exciting because nobody fucking cares.
Well, maybe that's the plan, to take this one right in the face.
And they want to. Yeah. And I'm on board with that. I understand, because you got to strip it the fuck down, because last week, again, they started trading dudes. Dude, the NFL, you never trade dudes. They never fucking cut anybody loose. But they they traded 2 guys last week and then cut a third. Like, they're getting rid of defensive starters in the middle of the guy, not even in the beginning of the fucking year, not the middle. So Jill's teasing me and she's just like, honey, oh my God, they're so bad. And then I'm like, yeah, they are pretty fucking bad. But again, 2 years ago, they almost won the division. But after that game, the whole point is we went to a tapas restaurant.
I was going to say, this is Sports Talk, 40-year-old boy on the air.
Hey, man, I never talk about that stuff. I mean, I should, but well, I don't.
I think you could.
Well, I talked about doing a separate sports podcast. But then what the fuck is that? Just idiot talks about sports instead of idiot talks about his life?
No, because the sports content, you would start off with the concept of having it be all about sports, but then eventually you'd be talking about food and movies.
Right. Well, that's this show. That's the point. It's like literally, it wouldn't be like a separate sports show. That would
start out that way.
It might.
It'd have a different logo, maybe.
We talk about basketball. It might have a different theme song, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, I'm like, and then this idiot tried to take my parking space. Oh God, nobody cares. Hey, dude, we like your Thursday show, not your Friday show, and your Friday show is kind of like your Thursday show. To be honest with you, why don't you fold your Friday show into your Thursday show?
Why don't you just stop talking?
That can't happen. Not happening. Not happening. Hatfield. God damn it. See, I keep doing that and it's going to fuck me up.
So you had tapas. I
had tapas that night. And I should tell you this. We were on board with the concept, and I had to explain to Jill what they were. I knew what they were, but I had never been. But so I was interested. But again, I can't eat like I used to fucking eat. So I would be, we ordered these things that sounded really good, and we ordered like 4 plates because the woman said I would get like 4. She goes, I think that's a good amount. And they start bringing them out, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't drive Fred Flintstone's car into here. You don't want to tip it over, right? What the fuck are you bringing me? And it's cool that they give you more for your money and they give you some, but the waitress, I guess she saw me and just thought, big dude, you're going to need 4 things. But I think we ate a little of everything, but there were so many leftovers. And also we had been standing outside in literally like minus 24 degree weather for 6 hours. So our jaws didn't even fucking work. It was like, just bring us soup and pour it on us. Like, I didn't even want to eat it. Just pour anything that'll thaw me the fuck out, and then I'll walk out of here. But we were both completely underwater from being outside. We were just thawing out. Yeah. So I guess I didn't get the full tapas experience, in my opinion, because we were there, but we weren't really there. Physically, we were there, and we were still kind of melting, you know what I mean? Because we had been frozen solid.
See, I don't recommend a place like that for you, because you'll see the variety of all of it, and then you want it all, but you can't eat it all.
That's what I do.
You want it all, but you can't eat it. You can't eat it.
You can't eat. All right.
But that's like, you need to be in a restaurant where there's a couple things to pick from, and that's what you get.
You know what I want? Here's the restaurant I want. I want to walk in and I want to order food and it drops from the ceiling on strings and I get to bite it like an apple contest at Halloween. You ever, when they had like, they had like fucking bobbing, there's bobbing for apples in the bin. Yeah. But then you ever see like the caramel apple hanging from a string and you got to bite it? Cool. Well, let me order like 3 things and whatever I get to gnaw off the string, you charge me for.
Or it's on a big lazy Susan and it's spinning constantly.
Yeah.
And you just, gonna grab that, eat that a little bit, put it back.
And put it back. That's the deal. It's like, I don't want to grab, because I don't want to grab a whole fucking turkey leg and then be committed to that. I'll get a bite of turkey leg. Dude, we need to, fuck tapas. We need to go bite size. We need a bite size restaurant where you totally serve things that are bite size.
Actually, I would never do that.
But see, what's funny, dude? Literally, that's a fucking Brazilian steakhouse. Like I just said I hate it because I don't want meat puzzles. But then if a Brazilian steakhouse, I could just go, give me 12 chunks of everything and then I could eat it and be happy.
Yeah. They brought out the Brazilian barbecue steak place. They brought out like these fillets on a skewer, right?
Right.
And then it would be another 20 minutes before the guy came out with another skewer.
Well, we were there together. I remember that.
Yeah, there was a group of us. And I'm like, I need meat. I need the total meat package up front. Right. I don't want it in little installments of meat.
Well, they should have just like Vikinged you. Like literally some Ragnar should have just walked over and just thrown a flaming fucking skewer of filet mignons in front of you and walked away.
You just said, drive it into the ground.
Exactly.
And I'll just eat a skewer myself.
I'll eat what I want.
Yeah, and take the guys whatever they want.
Yeah, and you, the rest of the Cossacks can bring the swords to the rest of the dudes at the table and do the fucking saber dance, and that's fine. Dude, I was at Podfest.
I'm the berserker. That's who I am.
Exactly.
I'm a berserker. I need all that stuff up front, mushrooms.
I am one to making steak berserker. So I was at Podfest. This is it was me, Mike Siegel, and Kilt Bill, friend of the show, and Eric Butterfield, progenitor of the show, starter of the show. This show was his idea, basically. And then, of course, the Hanson brothers were there. And I don't know why it started, but I kept doing the saber dance, not the actual saber dance, but just the music.
The music.
And I would trick people into saying something. I would trick them into saying 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, and anytime they would do it, then because it was Siegel and I don't even remember what the fuck it was. We're at the after party at Podfest, and we're just hanging around, and I would look at Siegel, and he just looked at me, and I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I must have done it 30 times. Like, and I would trick anybody into saying 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
And I would say, I would be talking to them, and it was like that thing where everybody would say, it was almost like Peter Griffin with the fucking surfing bird in that commercial.
Yeah.
I told you that's one of my favorite things in Family Guy. When someone, when he sits with the newspaper and he goes, oh, that's weird. I thought there'd be a story in here. And Brian's like, about what? And he goes, oh, a story about a certain ornithological piece. And then he's just like, well, what does that mean? He goes, oh, you haven't heard? And Brian goes, what? And he goes, oh, I was aware that everybody had heard. And Stewie just goes, no! And he sings it. And it's just, again, because it just, oh, God, dude, it just makes me laugh. And then he fucking collapses. And then
I think you need to tell people what the saber dance is for those of us who were not born in the 60s.
All right, when we were kids, the saber dance is a song, all right? And it's a song that was always used on, we had Bozo Circus here where I grew up. And I'll tell you that, I miss Bozo.
I miss Bozo.
There was a Bozo Circus show here in Chicago, and it's not on any longer. But I think you can find it on the internet somewhere. But they would always have a variety act. You know what the saber dance is? It's something you would see at fucking Lily's show. You know what I mean? Because some guy would resurrect it and come out and be like, "Hey, well, look, I found a tablecloth that totally matches this song." And then some guy'd bring out a sarape or whatever, the serape, and just fucking spin around and play that song. So it's there's Flight of the Bumblebee.
These are songs that are meant to accompany a act where something's in motion, a balancing act, spinning the plates.
Spinning the plates is the big one. There would be guys who would spin plates all the time, or jugglers, or all that stuff, and or even guys with puppies jumping through hoops, or anything quick pace, bang, 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 bang.
The songs invoke motion.
Yeah, and the song goes and then it would just like go ratchet up even higher. So I was doing that at fucking Podfest for no reason, and I don't even remember. Like, and the best part is like people who knew I was doing it, like Ron Hansen, would just sit there and he'd be looking, and he'd see me leading. Because this guy Otvar,
he's the guy with the stick with the meat on it. That's
bring him over, sure. Otvar Riost, Otvar Repost.
You're asking me? I wasn't there.
No, I'm asking myself.
Oh.
But Otvar, I've met him a few times at Podfest. Here's the funny thing, like Otvar, he always comes up to me at Podfest. He's like, I love you. I love your show. I love it. But he's not my friend on Facebook, but he loves like Pardo and like Never Not Funny. Mm-hmm. And because he'll come up in my feed, like the Never Not Funny thing will. And I'd see Otvar's just like, oh, I totally met Jimmy Pardo. He met me 2 years in a row, never asked for a photo, like never, like nothing at all. I'm like, dude, you met me, motherfucker. I mean, I'm somebody. I'm smart.
Not dumb.
Like everybody says.
I'm smart.
So he's met me a few times. And he's like, he comes over, dude, that guy comes over from fucking Iceland. Like, and here's how he does it. He doesn't even fly in a plane. He freezes himself in a block of ice and they dump it in the ocean in January. And then he's timed it so it floats over.
He David Blaine's over.
Yeah, with the solstice, and it melts until by September, and then he just walks onto our shores and he goes to Podfest. Exactly. Shakes off the chill and he fucking comes in. He opens up a fucking pouch of lutefisk and knocks it down. That's how he stays alive. So that fucking dude has met me like easily 4 times now. He's been at Podcastathon. He's been all these. He travels from afar. Dude, you're here. Am I not worth a goddamn flash? Is that what it is? You don't want to waste a flash on me? You don't want to take a photo to tell everybody you met me? God damn it, Oddvar. You fucking umlaut. Way to go, man. Way to make me feel bad.
Where's he from?
Again, away. A Finway, a Norway, a Swedway. I don't know. Yeah, he's from Blonde Town. You know what I mean? One of those joints.
Blonde Town.
Literally, he's like, he's got chocolate and clocks in his pockets. You know, that's who he is. And dried fish. You know, and you know what's funny? I will tell you this because I have nothing to talk about with Oddvar at all. But my only touchstone with that area is I watch a cooking show called Modern Norwegian Cooking. And I'll watch the guy he uses like dill and chrysanthemums and he sprinkles it all over his salmon and he eats it in the wild. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. He'll go to some place that's been making cheese since year one. Like literally dude, when Jesus checked out, these guys built a cheese house and started making cheese. Like it is total Anno Domini, man. It's like these motherfuckers have been making cheese since Jesus went. He walked out of the cave and they handed him a sample. Like literally, they were the first guys to invent the person walking around with the cheese blocks on toothpicks. These fucking dudes in Norway have been making cheese since
cheese.
Yeah. And that's what Jesus did. He walked out. He's like, oh, man, that was a rough 3 days. And they're like, dude.
I'm starving.
Yeah, pack these in your holes. He's like, sorry, already going with the liver sausage.
Check out our artisan cheese board.
That's it. Lord. And so in Norway, there's all these people who do that. They make I'm fascinated by shit that I would never eat. You know what I mean? They're like, dude, we totally make a flat sour bread. I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. I can't wait to see you eat it because it's going to be horrifying. Hey, man, we totally take these crickets and we fry them and we sprinkle them on and I remember I ate quark.
You ate a cork?
Quark with a Q.
Oh, I thought you ate like cork from
I talked about it on this show. I saw them using it on the Norwegian show, and then all of a sudden I was in fucking Gelson's by my house, and they had quark on the shelf. I'm like, holy God, I must have
Give
quark.
Me most of that.
Yeah, indeed. And wrap it in a flat sour bread, and pack it in my pockets and freeze me in ice and float me over to fucking Clocktown. So fucking Oddvar, I met that dude, and so I tricked him. I said, how would you say 1, 2, 3, 4 in Swedish? And he's like, what? And Rod Hansen is he's like trying not to laugh right in the guy's face. And he's covering his mouth. And I'm just like, all right. And I go, what do you speak over there? And he's like, well, I speak a little Swedish and I speak, I think he speaks, because in Norway they speak Norwegian or whatever.
I think that's Norwegian.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, how many languages do you speak? And he speaks English and then a couple others. And I'm like, well, how would you say 1, 2, 3, 4 in Swedish? And fucking Ron Hansen's just like, you see him hit himself in the forehead. And he just goes, he's like, unte, binte, onkla, enta. And poor Oddvar.
What the hell?
Because and I'll tell you what, if you think anybody in the world would know what the saber dance was, it's a dude named Oddvar, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't he have it in his back pocket? But instead, no, he's just got fucking flat sour cheese bread.
Yeah, I'm going to say most people don't know what the saber dance is. And they're just going, why is this guy yelling at me in a song?
Now you do.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows.
I did.
Yeah. Everybody knows what the saber dance is. Not to be confused, by the way, with the Buffalo Sabres dance.
Or the safety dance.
Oh, dude, you can dance if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind.
Well, what if your friends don't dance?
If they don't dance, they're no friends of mine.
We could go where we want to. Some place where they will never find.
I showed the video for that was on VH1 Classic. In the morning shows blocks of 80s videos.
Yeah.
And I tried to explain to my kid that, that the MTV generation was all about the video. So that video happened to come on for Safety Dance, and he's watching. He goes, "What is this?" He's like, "There's a midget. There's because it's at a Renaissance fair or some crazy." It made no sense to him because videos don't make sense to people when you didn't grow up with them.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, when I first saw that video, because again, I thought they dressed like that all the time. Like I thought that was their hook.
They were like Dexy's Midnight Runners. They had a theme where they dressed like,
I thought that was the band. I thought it was that dude and that blonde chick and the midget. And I literally thought, I'm like, and again, no hats. So they're true to their word. Absolutely.
They didn't have any hats.
So then of course they have Pop Goes the World, which is a fucking jam.
See, I don't know that one.
Here's something you thought you'd never hear at the age of 50. I'm listening to First Wave on XM Sirius, and they played Pop Goes the World, and they came out, and it's Richard Blade, and he goes, all right, that's Men Without Hats who start their American tour in Syracuse next week. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. What the fuck? Holy shit, that's insane. Who's seeing them? There's 2 songs. There's Pop Goes the World, and there's fucking Safety Dance, and then I think they're gonna play 15 Bathroom Breaks. That's what they're gonna play.
They might play the dance mix version of Safety Dance.
Oh, good Lord. All I know is when I saw that video again as a kid, I thought that was the band. So I can't imagine who was I? I was trying to explain Boy George to somebody.
Somebody that's young, I was
like Culture Club. Yeah, I was trying to talk about Culture Club. and how unbelievably what an impression it left on me to see him. You know, I think I might have talked about it on the show here. I think I did, where you saw him and you were just like, I don't.
What is that?
But is that a dude or a?
You know what cracks me up about that is a couple. I don't know, when were the MTV, the VMA?
Month ago.
What is it called?
The VMAs.
It's not the North Vietnamese Army. Okay,
It could be.
all right. So the VMAs, right? And then
The winner of 2015's Best Tunnel is Quang Lao.
Bungee Stick Award goes to. So people our age that we know are on Facebook going, I don't, this is just not music anymore. I don't know, all doing that thing where they complain about.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. And I literally wrote, you're not supposed to.
It's not for you.
And the thing that kills me is that these people, not all of them, but a few of them that commented on the VMA thing, happened to have seen Madonna in concert a couple weeks ago. She was here in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't you get it? If that Madonna is the same thing your mom and dad looked at on TV and went, this isn't music anymore. What is going on? And that, to me, is like, if you think that today is just like, oh, I don't get it. Everybody, no talent. Imagine seeing Boy George when you're an older, like a parent, like our parents.
Yes.
Boy George comes on the TV. You're going to be like, what the hell is that?
I acquired that perspective just a couple of years ago, probably like 5 years ago, where I just went, this isn't for me anymore. This has nothing. I have no touchstone with any of this. This is not for me. I'm not supposed to
You're not
understand
supposed to, because if that were the case, you would listen to the same music your parents listened to.
And we did growing up, but then when you turn 13 or whatever, you're like, oh, wait a minute, I like this instead.
Otherwise, and then you come back. At least I came back. There's a time when you split from, you don't want to hear.
Well, sure.
Yeah. But there's a reason that stuff's popular with people from in their teens and 20s. It's because it's not for you.
I saw someone bitching the other day online about, I think it was Taylor Swift or she... Like the Foo Fighters brought somebody on stage, or somebody, again, it was somebody bringing a young person on stage, or a young person brought an older person on stage. I think it might have even been like Nine Inch Nails did a Taylor Swift. I don't even fucking remember. But people online were just pissed, and they're just saying stuff like, "Oh well, fuck, I guess everybody sells out, or it's all garbage, or whatever." I'm just like, dude, no, because I'll tell you what. I am right now. I am fucking fascinated by Ryan Adams' cover album of 1989, Taylor Swift's 1989, and I liked Taylor Swift's 1989. I mean, I listen to the album because I have to hear it, dude, when I'm fucking Ubering people, I just leave the hits station on because everybody is young and nobody wants to get in the car. And I'll give them, when they sit down, I'll go, hey, if you guys want the music up, you want the music down, you want the music changed, whatever the fuck you want. I probably don't say fuck, but I go, whatever you want is fine. But I just, to be harmless, I just leave on the hits station. You know what I mean? And there's two stations that I'll hop between, channels 2 and 3. But I like the Taylor Swift. She writes fucking great songs. She just does. The pop songs, they're great songs. They're hook songs, and I'm in.
See, now, my daughter was, when she was listening to Taylor Swift a lot, it was back when she was still kind of country.
Yeah.
Is that what you would
She started out as a country artist, yeah.
Okay, I don't know much about her. I just know that was always on Ava's playlist on the way home from track practice. I'd pick her up and we'd drive home. It's about a 20-minute drive. And I heard, and again, I don't know the music well enough to even remember the titles, but I remember thinking, these are pretty well-written songs, and they're about stuff, and they're cool. Yeah. Like one was, what about her little brother, or some, the lyrics about telling a story, and you got what it felt like to be a teenager in 2014 or 15. And I'm like, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. And look, I don't profess to know everything about her. From what I understand, she wrote all the country stuff herself.
Well, then she's good.
And then she became a pop singer, and she and Max Martin hooked up, and forget about it. Then everything went,
I agree.
I don't know if she wrote her own lyrics or how that worked. But I know Max Martin's Max Martin, she did with the country stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm saying with the pop stuff, I don't know if Max Martin comes in and helps with the lyrics as well, or if he's just the beat guy. I have no idea. But that's another guy. Advar might know Max Martin. Max Martin is the guy who literally runs music. He's like a 40-year-old white Swedish guy who just knows what the fuck to come up with. He's just he's the beat lab guy. He's the mastermind. And he goes ahead and whatever he touches turns to fucking gold. He just knows how to make it. And he'll make everything sound exactly the same but different. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean? Because he just knows the formula and hits the hook, and it's the pattern, and it ropes people in.
There's a style to it, and that's really why I don't like it, is because it's so predictable. That's just me being,
Yeah, but we've talked about it on here.
Yeah.
A good song is a good song is a good
And
song.
that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm still able to recognize a good song when something. You know, there's a time when Ava would have her iPod on, and I'm like, this is all crap. And then when that Taylor Swift stuff came on, I'm like, you know what? That's pretty good. I mean, it was almost like that's real. To me, that sounded real.
Right.
None of this other stuff sounds real. That sounds real.
Well, Ryan Adams did the cover album of 1989, and his version of Shake It Off and his version of Style, and I mean, they're just, dude, they're fucking. His version of Shake It Off sounds like I'm on Fire by Springsteen, but it's because it's got that. But he tosses off the lyrics. And I stay out too late. That's what people say. You know what I mean? Like he just throws it away.
Yeah.
And it just works so well in the song, and I'm fucking fascinated by it. I love it. I have to tell you this for no reason whatsoever. Hockey is starting this week. So I'm a huge fan. Well, there's a reason I'm getting there.
All right.
But it blends in, trust me. But this guy made me laugh so hard online and I want it to happen so badly. I just have to relate this. There's a guy who writes for, I don't know if it was Down Goes Brown or the guy who writes for Puck Daddy. I forget which. There's two different online columns that I read quite a bit, and I follow them on Twitter. And he was previewing the season. And he was saying, because there was a story that came out of Toronto. All right, there's a guy named Phil Kessel. And Phil Kessel he was from the Bruins, and the Bruins traded him to the Maple Leafs. And then he kind of went in the tank. I mean, he still scored like 40 goals, but he's lazy. He doesn't back check. He doesn't play any defense. He's a cherry picker. So he became the face of everything that was wrong with the Maple Leafs. They couldn't stand Phil Kessel. He was kind of out of shape. He had like a double chin.
How long did it take him to do the Kessel run?
I think 5 parsecs.
Yeah,
actually.
I would assume it's up there.
Well, why not? So he's a guy who he had a double chin, and he would be winded on the ice. So everybody started.
Yeah, you never see an out of shape hockey.
Right, but he was a dude that they just kind of picked on, and they made him the face of the demise of the Maple Leafs. So last year he started to lash out against the media, like really. And Toronto's media, I guess, is just like New York's media, but they're it's the Canadian version, and they're vicious, and they're all over the Maple Leafs. There's like 12 newspapers that cover them, and they write about Phil Kessel, and they were all over savaging him. So then in the offseason, he had a monster contract too. That's another reason. I think he was making like $9 million a year, which in hockey is gigantic.
Yeah.
So in the offseason, they trade him. They bring in Mike Babcock from the Wings, and then they were able to move Kessel, and they moved him to the fucking Penguins. So now Kessel is going to be on a line with Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin, and he's going to score like 50 goals. Yeah. It's going to be ridiculous because that's what he does. He scores goals. He doesn't need to play any fucking defense in Pittsburgh. Well, so then when he leaves, they all kick his ass on the way out the door. They're like, "Oh, good riddance, Phil Kessel." Yeah. So they tell a story that Phil Kessel lived in this exclusive neighborhood in Toronto, and every day he would walk down from his condominium building or whatever that he was renting or owned, and he would walk to the park in St. Lawrence Park or whatever the fuck it is, and there was a hot dog vendor there, and Phil Kessel would show up in his toque, and he would every day get at least 1, maybe 2 hot dogs from the guy and eat them in the park and then go back to his house. So it became a thing where it was hot dog Kessel. Like he ate all these hot dogs, and that's why he was out of shape, and he's a fat guy and all this terrible stuff. So this dude, it was either Down Goes Brown or Puck Daddy. I can't remember which one it is, and I don't even know their real fucking names, but that's their column names. And he was doing his season preview, and he said if the Penguins don't make this their goal song, I will be incredibly disappointed. So I hit the link, and it's a fucking song called the Hot Dog Song from Disney Junior. And it's
men. Is it? They Might Be Giants. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. That one.
Maybe I don't. All I know is I have to find it, and I'm gonna fucking.
Is it hot dog, hot diggity dog?
Well, it's from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
It's got to be. There's a song that came out with the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Yeah, I just heard the beginning because I was on a plane.
All right, if you have it, then I'll know it because this is.
Well, it's called Hot Dog Dance.
Oh, the Hot Dog Dance? I don't know.
On YouTube.
Imagine if they score a goal. He wants the Penguins. They score.
Yeah. Isn't that They Might Be Giants?
It says from Mickey Mouse Club on.
Yeah.
But the video is just them dancing in circles.
Wait, leave this on. It's a jam.
But how great is this? Is it, they score a goal. The Penguins score a goal, and they play this.
I could be confusing that, but I am almost positive.
Well, you knew what it was. I mean, that's the thing. I had no idea.
What I'm saying is that era of my Ava would have been the one watching that Disney Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. There was a song. I don't know if that's the song, but there was a song done by They Might Be Giants, which you wouldn't associate with a kid's show, but it sounded amazing. I'm wondering if that's it or not.
Well, that wasn't them, I don't think. But that version, dude, I just want that version.
Yeah.
How? Because again, you always get this medal and the Chelsea dagger for the Hawks. But if they sort of go hot dog and show that video, because again, you have to go to YouTube and look up hot dog song Disney Junior Clubhouse, because it's just the characters are doing nothing. They're just like they get these frozen and they're just on tables dancing. Hot dog, do 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 do. Hot dog, do do. And I, dude, if I was a fucking fan, I'd be like, "You're goddamn right, that's the song."
Damn hot dog song.
So so Phil Kessel, that has to happen. And again, I just love the fact that they find that story about him. They're just like, yeah, by the way, Phil Kessel ate hot dogs every goddamn day. So what? Guy makes $9 million a year. Fuck you.
You got to find something to make fun of him about.
You know what? He should show up in the park, buy the entire vendor's, all of it. Buy it all, just pass it out to people and throw it on the water, feed birds, and then go home. Fuck, who cares? If I had $9 million, that's what I'd do. I wouldn't pass a street vendor without buying everything they had just to send them home early, because fuck, that's hard work.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, give me all your claw collage. And, well,
give me all your falafel.
What do you have to drink? Mountain Dew and crab juice. I'll take a crab juice. Fucking funniest Simpsons things ever. So we were talking about hot dogs, but something else before that.
You were talking about. You went from something to hot dogs.
I don't know. Well, I wanted to do this, and I'm going to run it by you. Because, all right, well, first of all, you're pissed at me, and I know why, and you should be. Folks, here's the thing. In the basement, there's room, and then there's not a lot of room to do things in the basement. So I walked over to, there's a fridge down here, and it's got water. Because, I need to stay hydrated during the show. It's very important to stay hydrated. Not like last week where I was sweating. But this week, it's cool in the basement, and I'm in the Midwest, so it's a little cooler than it was by my house. By the way, it's going to be 99 in fucking California this Saturday. 99 fucking degrees. 99 fucking degrees. One of those degrees should happen to fall. 98 degrees in the California all. So I went over to get a water, and there was a music stand in front of David, and then there was there's fucking instruments all over the joint. So he's got guitar stands and all that sort of stuff. So I walked by and I moved the music stand at first, and Dave didn't move at all. He just figured, I guess.
I'm working down here on some music. And unfortunately, because I'm the only one that does anything down here, everything's within my reach.
So it's a small area for me to walk through.
Because I literally grab this, I use that, put it down, grab this. It's all in arm's reach.
I wish you could see him right now. He's in a chair and he's surrounded he's got a pair of cymbals next to him, a castanets next to him. He's got a zither. He's got that within reach. And he's got a one of those, what is that? It's a calliope. That's what that is. It's a calliope right behind him to play. So I walked past him to get water out of the fridge, and that was a successful excursion. I walked right by him, and there was not a problem.
We were fine.
I made it to the fridge, and then on the way back, the music stand was there, and I zigged it, and then I zagged. But here's the thing: I always save the wrong thing, folks. I always do. If someone was in a fire and they dropped a dog and a baby, I'd catch the dog.
Yeah.
And then the baby, becomes just fucking, infant puddle, and then everybody's mad at me, and I'm like, well, but look, rough, awesome, hot dog, doodly-doo, hot dog. I had to save the hot dog. So I walked past, and to avoid the music stand, I kind of walked sideways, and in doing so, my heel lifted up, and it caught on a guitar stand, and I knocked over what I can only assume is an expensive instrument.
Yeah, you knocked a classical guitar into a regular acoustic guitar.
Yeah, so I mean that's the thing is I don't do just one thing, folks.
Yeah, it was
I
a domino
the
thing.
fuck out of it.
And we were cool because the classical is what I grabbed, and I go, oh gosh, I hope there's not a gouge taken out of it. And I looked at it, and it looks okay. There's a little scratch, but I don't care. I bang on them pretty good.
The classical's fine.
The classical's fine, but the second guy, the guy that took the second hit. He's the one that got messed up.
Well, he saved him. He saved everybody. He threw himself in. He was like, all right, I'm going to play grenade for this, and I'm going to catch that classical one.
He caught the classical.
Which is good. However, he
broke a nail.
Yeah, a tuning peg or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's a tuning key.
So Dave just looked at me. And again, I'm a galoot, man. I don't like being that guy. I'm just a big ogre who fucking stomps around a room.
Every once in a while, you get a schlep rock moment, and you're just like, oh, man.
Well, that happened to me in, it happens at Jill's house all the time because Jill's house is kind of tiny and pocket sized. And I'm a fucking, like I said, I'm a ogre.
I think galoot is a good way to go.
Was a galoot? All right, I'm a
Galoot's
galoot.
good word.
So I went stomping into the hallway one time. And again, I wasn't even thinking. And my shoulder, because if you saw me walk, you would think I was a fucking psychopath, because I'll bump into walls and doors and shit and just kind of bounce off them. You know what? I'm the guy from the Aha video all the time. I'm just banging into shit and everything's changing colors. So I don't care, because I bump into things, and because I'm big, so things don't hurt me, so I don't mind bumping into shit. Well, I constantly knock a photo of Jill's son, Kale, off the wall. Like, I mean, all the time. I'll walk by it because she's got all three of her sons, and, you know, the oldest is on the top, and then the middle, and then the youngest, Kale, is on the bottom. Well, he's right about shoulder level for me. It's okay. I told Max, because one time I was here and I kept saying Jill's son's name, and I said, I got to edit that out. And then I told Jill, and she goes, it's okay. You can say his name. And I go, oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
I liked it better when it was Michael Fredo and Sonny.
Yeah, no, we thought of that, but I told her, I said, look, and she's like, honey, I don't mind. So then I walk through it. I keep knocking Kale's. It's a photograph, and it's she had custom frames made that say the names of the boys. Yeah. So his says Kale, and it's glass, and it's great.
Yeah, but you've done that forever.
Yes. Well, okay. You got to stop doing it eventually, especially when I fucking do it. And this last time I did it, the glass fucking shattered all over the ground. So because I'd knocked it over easily 4 or 5 times. And so I bumped it again, and it fucking landed. And this time I heard it break, and I was like, God damn it. And it's that thing where, again, Jill is like, honey, it's okay. Right, yeah. And I'm like, no, there's a pile of glass in your son's face. I mean, it's just terrible.
Well, I remember we were in Cooperstown at the Baseball Hall of Fame. The UN of Evil went, and we were walking through an area which was a lot of framed artwork. And you had done this thing where you had turned and you had bumped up like a giant picture of Jose Canseco, and it almost fell off the wall. Yes. And then we spun back, and you were like John Candy in Stripes when he's going through the obstacle course through the trees. It's like, oh. And I'm like, dude, freeze, stop.
And this is not like a closed area. I mean, there was a lot of room. It's just,
no, it was a hallway. It was a hallway.
But still, I'm a giant. You know, I'm not allowed. I shouldn't be allowed in goddamn hallways. Yeah. You know, let's put it this way. I'm not Tapa's size. I'm an entree, goddammit. So when you bring an entree through a fucking hallway, yeah, I could be a total line.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. We can do Fat Boy songs. Oh my God, this whole show just took a turn. So I almost knocked shit off the wall in Cooperstown, and that's one of the reasons why they widened the hallways and they took down the Canseco exhibit. So, so I knocked over Kayla and he shattered, and I was so bummed. And it's that thing where you just, again, I climb into my own fucking head about it, and she's like, well, don't, honey, please, don't worry about it.
Buy her a new picture frame, buy me a new tuning key, and we're all set.
Well, part of that is true. Well, I went, because then the next time I came back to her house, he was back on the wall, and he was all glassed up. Everything was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got to get a new tuning key. This thing's shattered.
Yeah.
But it's just the machine head. It's not, I can probably just get a new one. I don't think it's that big a deal.
Was that guitar still work?
I can't tune it until I fix it, because I was going to play it for something later, but...
Well, I was going to ask you. Well, here's what I wanted to do. That's why I'm asking if this guitar still works.
No, I can use that one.
I think you should use the one that's not tuned, though. I think it's even funny.
That never stopped me before.
Let's where are we at disc-wise?
You got 7 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. Well, then let me throw this at you, because again, this is work you'll have to do. I don't have to do a fucking thing.
It's not work if it's something I know.
Well, I don't know if you know.
Because last time you dropped that awful kick song on me, and
well, you're wrong. It's not awful. It's a good song, and you made a good version of it. So I don't want to hear your nonsense. That's a good ass song.
I disagree.
Well, that's okay. I'm sorry I didn't have somebody playing a stand-up broom.
I was almost going to put a stand-up broom on that song. Turn it into more of a standard, a jazz standard kind of song.
Yeah, fuck your stomp bullshit. Nobody wants to do that.
Cold blood is all you need.
Just fucking banging spoons on a sink. I don't understand those old school shit that you like. It's fucking Sun Records. It's like, you know, hey, dude, put a rubber band on that mop. Fuck that. Get 6
So what do you
strings.
want me to do?
Be a grown-up. All right, well, I was going to throw on the Joker's page. I was going to tell people, hey there, you.
Oh, okay. Like a thing?
Well, yeah, I was just going to throw it out there, and if 3 people respond, then we'll go ahead and see if we want to do something. But I don't even know what that is yet. Here's the thing, because I always throw that to you. And because you know me, I'll have stupid ideas. I'll be like, hey, dude, what if we told 3 people to put their name, and then you wrote an entire fucking like a Tommy album about those 3 people, and we made them like cross paths, and they got to be friends, and they go on adventures together. What if we wrote? You know what? You go ahead and write a YA novel about the 3 people to post. Is that okay? Can you do that?
How about like more? I'm thinking more like a rock opera, like Tommy. You know that might be pretty cool.
Dude, here's the thing. Let's rewrite Super Fudge, but make these 3 people the characters. How about that? Let's just Judy Bloom the shit out of some listeners. Let's do that, goddammit. Actually, better yet, let's go fucking, let's Erica Jong some listeners. How about that?
Erica Jong?
Oh, let's go zipless fuck on some people. Fear of flying? You don't know what that is, buddy?
No, man.
Come on, you got to read it. Educate yourself. You were just on a plane. If you read Fear of Flying on a plane, that would I think that would send you back in time.
Really? Like the Langoliers?
What's the Langoliers?
That's a Stephen King short story where people on a plane fly through. They somehow cross into another dimension, and the dimension they're in, if I remember correctly, is time being eaten. Like disappear. Reality is going in at one speed, and as the moments are happening, everything in the past gets devoured.
Okay.
So they get stuck in the past, and they're getting closer and closer to being devoured by the Langoliers.
I see.
And they have to find a way to get back into the real world.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, if I'm remembering that right.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a Twilight Zone episode that I saw.
It is it's out there concept.
There's like a Twilight Zone episode where some dude is flying, and then all of a sudden he's in like World War II Germany. You know what I mean? And you're like, whoa, dude, what the fuck?
Well, it's not like they're in another time. They're in the part of the past that gets eaten by the Langoliers.
I see. So the Langoliers is an entity?
It's a word for these little munchy monsters that are devouring time.
Oh my lord.
So they're at the airport but there's no wind, there's no, it's the same time every day. If I remember, they can hear the Langoliers getting closer and closer and closer.
Are they chomping? You can hear them like
Yeah,
crunching?
it's like,
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, that's kind of scary.
of course, it's Stephen King.
But you know what? There's like a metaphor there, obviously, for life. I mean, all of us are being followed by our own Langoliers, and our past is being devoured. And all you can do is look forward to the future and try to make the most of what you got left.
No, that's not what it's about.
That's exactly what it's about. You know what? I think Stephen King would come down hard with me on this one.
No.
I lose the plane. I say, you know what? This is a metaphor for getting old. That's what the Langoliers are. It's like, watch out for the Langoliers, man, because they're devouring your past. And if you're not careful, you'll trip and fall. They'll catch you, and you won't have a past
No,
left.
you're thinking of it. Metaphor for being young is it.
Okay. They're remaking that from what I heard.
I hope so.
You hope so?
That TV special, Richard Tom.
Well, they chili dipped the first one, but I mean, do you really give them a chance to make the second one any better?
If they could make it better, it's a great story. I was just talking to Evil Dennis about that. How much we love that book.
Well, it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's that awesome imagery in the thing of the clown turning into the skull, turning back into the clown. I like that shot.
Yeah, I mean that's a visual thing. To me,
Yes.
the concept of Pennywise is funnier than a scary clown face.
I liked the fucking what was it the big storm? What the fuck was that one?
Big
Where
story.
Andre LaForge or whatever came over and he came to like he swept in with a nor'easter, but then he pitted the whole town against one another by knowing secrets about them.
Was that when me telling you about Leland Gaunt and Needful Things?
No, it was a mini series for TV, but I don't know if it was adapted from a book by Stephen King.
I don't know
But it was called. He was Andre LaForge was this guy. He looked like Ed Harris and he had a toque on. And I remember him going to a grocery store and he was just like malevolent evil. And he knew everything about somebody in town, and he would tell them to their
know that
face.
one.
Well, you know that time that you did this and that
Yeah.
time you did that, and it was like brutal. He would totally, and he made the whole town kind of hate one another. Was it called that? But he came in like on a nor'easter, and it was like, of course, it's Maine, so it's
Yeah, I
some
don't know
fucking
that story.
town that nobody can access, and so they're all like kind of devouring one another because he's there to pit them against one another.
Yeah, see,
and sort of thing.
I've read a lot of Stephen King's novels, but there's a bunch I've missed, and so I don't remember that one at all.
So if you here's the thing, I was going to put it out there for 3 people, and I don't have any idea what it could be. I really don't. So I mean, we could come up with something, or just I don't know. And again, I don't know if I want to just shout them or whatever. If you want to play a music thing. But now that I've destroyed every instrument in the place, I don't know if that's feasible.
That'd be a lot of destroying because I got more stringed instruments than.
Well, let me tell you something. Give me the opportunity, friend, and I guarantee
no, stay right where you are.
you'll just have a pile of fucking springies and fucking balsa wood all over the goddamn ground.
Billy Ray Valentine in his new apartment breaking vases. You want me to break this one? No.
No. Fuck. Well, all right. Maybe we do that. Maybe.
Well, wait. Are you gonna put something on?
Yeah, I will. That's
Just
a good idea.
Just say something like the first 3 people will get something this week, and we'll figure out what that is.
All right. I'll do that now because how's the disc look?
You got about a minute.
We just had 7 minutes, dude. I talked about Andre LaForge for 7 minutes.
We talked about Stephen King for like six and a half minutes.
By the way, Andre LaForge, when he scores, they're going to play the hot dog song as well. I can't wait. You're listening to The 40-Year-Old Boy, and later, The Velvet Rope. Big James and Chewy have a clipboard, and your name is on it. Payday is Friday. Friday is payday. I got
Nice.
checks for everybody here.
Got my check.
Well, you know what? I looked, and I got security checks. I don't see a check.
No,
in here.
that's me. That's me right there.
What?
No, that's me.
Who the fuck is Ted?
Ted's me. That's me. That's my real name.
Your real name is Ted?
Yeah, it's real. Yeah. So,
Oh, no problem. That's fine, Ted.
dude, seriously, just call me Chewy. All right.
No, that's fine. You're right, Teddy.
Dude, I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Stop.
Come on. All right. Look, we've been friends a long time,
Yes.
right? I know your name. You know me. Let's go to lunch. Let's go to the bank. And lunch is on you today, Theodore. Arms up, feet apart. You're getting frisked by The Velvet Rope on the Mike Schmidt Podcasting Network. Fucking Ted. La. La. That's me doing the high part. I'm so good at this.
I wish you could swim.
Like John Teller. John Teller can swim.
Though nothing will keep us together.
We can beat Christopher Morse forever and ever.
Oh, we can be heroes.
Just for one day. How am I not head fielding this? David.
I will be king.
And you will be Hanan al-Hamami.
Though nothing will drive them away.
We can beat David Williams. Just for one day. Oh, I skipped a line.
We can be us.
We can be them.
Just for one day. I can remember
Hugh Wilton.
standing by the wall
Andy Hillbrands.
and the guns shot above our heads,
Victor Nierva.
and we kissed as though nothing could fall,
Toby Walwork.
and the shame was on the other side.
Jared Kalina.
Oh, we can beat them forever and ever.
Lauren Finley.
Then we could be heroes just for one day.
We could be heroes. Just for Crystal Lloyd. Ken Fairhall. David Zawacki. Manny Valerio. Tanya Shubali. Wait, do that middle part again so I want to say that if I can remember part. Can you do that again?
I can't remember
Derek John Boland.
standing by the wall
Casey Murphy.
and the guns shot above our heads,
Joel Fowler,
And we kissed,
Michael Caldwell,
though nothing could fall.
Hanan El Hamami,
And the shame was on the other side.
Martin Lavoie,
We can beat them forever and ever.
Lynn Lavoie.
Then we can be heroes
We can be heroes.
just for one day.
Just for one day, Hetfield.
One day. Jeez. You had to make me do the high part twice.
I wanted to do it. You said no.
I did it twice. Let me turn this down. Holy jeepers. That was a lot of reverb.
Well, it's a lot of people responding. We had to do this like we had to do a reprise.
Yeah, I know, man. What the hell?
I was like, fuck.
We had a football team within the first minute.
All right. So this is, see, look, folks, that's not the kind of thing you get from your other shows. No other show is going to say, hey, give me your name, and I'm going to say it in a dumb song. Hey there, people. Do you want to hear
Hot dog, diggity.
Oh, we should do that fucking song. How great would that be? Martin Lavoie, blah, blah, blah. Lynn Lavoie, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we didn't even look into the idea of using songs that have names on it. Like, what song lists a bunch of names?
Fucking. Well, you know what's funny? Because I said 3 people, and I swear to God, like the first thing I thought it was Ballroom Blitz. Because the fucking. Are you ready, John?
Okay.
You ready, Christopher?
Yeah.
Hanan.
Okay.
Well, all right, fellas. Let's go!
Down, 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 down.
I got a little yeepy there.
You got a little
I got a little yeepy.
We could have done Mambo number 5.
Oh, dude, no. They'll play that, dude, on like the 90s on my Sirius XM, and I just picture Lou Bega at his fucking house trying on Trilbies and just being like, yeah,
Trying on Trilbies.
you're goddamn right. I busted that out at one point. I was famous for about 9 minutes.
That's not even his song. That's a Perez Prado song. That's an old song. He just sampled it.
Come on.
It's literally Mambo number 5 by Perez Prado.
I will not hear you run down Lou Bega.
Give him credit for having the
Who do you
foresight.
think you are, sir? Calling out a Lou Bega when he's not even here to defend himself against your charges.
You elitist scum.
I put it to you, Greg. So you know, here's a name. I'll throw this name out there because I didn't say it, but I'll say it.
Jesus, I have to play another song.
Let's do it. Well, first of all, I said Martin Lavoie, and I think it might be Martin Lavoie because he is obviously French. Because Martin Lavoie, and I should tell you this now because I didn't tell you this, but why not? Our friend Martin is getting married this weekend, October 10th. And guess what? We're all fucking invited. Hey! There's no birthday party for me here. So our friend Martin Lavoie is getting married, and all right, I'll just say this now. Well, he'll hear this before the wedding, though. I don't know if I should do it. Well, what the fuck? Who cares? I talked about Martin on the show like a year ago, and I predicted that he would get married because his girlfriend bought him something from the show surreptitiously, and I think she made me call him or something. And then I said, all right, look, if I'm doing this, then you got to marry this girl.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, that's somebody you marry.
Well, guess what?
They're getting married.
They're getting married on October 10th. And they don't even know this. Independently, the two of them wrote me. Independent of one another. And Lynn said, hey, you're not going to believe this. Well, actually, you are. You predicted this. But Martin and I are getting married. Martin. And we're getting married on October 10th. And, you know, I bought him something before, and I thought about buying him something this time, but I don't really want to because I don't know what to do. And, you know, and I understood that. What are you going to get the guy? Another fucking shirt? Because, and so she said, can you give him like a greeting or a well-wishing for his marriage? It would really mean kind of a lot to him.
Record something.
Well, I mean, no, I'm counting this. Fuck all that. I mean, that's why I threw them into the Heroes song because he didn't respond to my fucking post. So he got thrown in there just on the basis of getting married. That's for, you know, for the grace of God brought Lynn. That's why you were in that goddamn song, Martin. So I'm just saying so I'm talking about them now, but so she wrote and said, could you send him a greeting or a hi-ho and wish him well? She goes, because I'll tell you what, when you talked about him before, it got him to propose. Who knows what you bringing him up now could get? And she put a little winky face emoticon. And so I like to think I'm the podcasting equivalent of Spanish Fly, folks. That's what I'm thinking.
Gosh, I can't play that.
I'm going to, can't you?
No.
That's close. Jesus Christ. He's playing that on the new tour.
Is he really?
Oh my God, dude. Fucking phenomenal. He's just the best. Van Halen's the greatest. So that's why I bring up Martine now, because Lynn asked me. She's like, will you give him a little greeting? And I don't know if I'm supposed to get them to have a kid, but I'll tell you what, if I predicted your wedding and then you wound up getting married, if I somehow predict your kid, you've got to name it Mike. I'm right. It's got to be Michael or because I mean, they're French, so it could be Michel.
No, I think it should be Baba Ganoush.
No, fuck that, dude.
Anybody here?
Oh no, dude.
See my old friend Abe Martin.
Bomb Pop
What's his last name?
Lavoie. Bomb Pop Lavoie.
Dude, that's a great name.
Yeah, it is. You're fucking A right. It is. At least a middle name. Michael Bomb Pop Lavoie or Michel. I guess because you're Frenchies. So go with Michel Bomb Pop Lavoie.
Bum pop.
Michel Bomb Pop. Dude. Chinese Rick Lavoie.
That sounds like a wrestler.
Yeah, that's Chinese Rick Lavoie in his corner.
Bing, 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 bing.
He's like Dino Bravo from Toronto, Canada. Chinese Rick Lavoie. Dude, that's an awesome name. But yeah, I'll accept Mike or Michael. I'd even accept Michelle if you're going to have a kid.
You just go Schmitty.
You can go Schmitty as well. That's fine.
Schmitty Lavoie?
Schmitty Lavoie.
Schmitty Lavoie.
That's perfect.
3 days later.
So I like that. But I will also totally, if you went Bomb Pop, that would be the fucking greatest. Yeah. So she wrote me to say that. So that's why I throw him in here and we talk about that. But also he then wrote me, and I should probably tell you this now because it's interesting. He wrote me.
Really?
And by the way, this makes no sense to me, but I kind of made an executive decision. I'm going to tell you, you may be, I don't think you'll be mad, but maybe I should have probably run it by you. But you were in Vegas all weekend, doing your thing, trying eating tapas. Yeah,
desert, hookers, strippers.
Burying people in holes.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I wish I could have. We were going to go there. Jill and I were going together. Unfortunately, plans changed. Well, next year. We'll go next year. But what's
this guy getting married got to do with me?
Well, he wrote me and he's like, "Hey, Mike, I don't know if you know this," which always makes me laugh. I'm like, no, I do. I totally know.
I don't know this because we're not really that close.
No, because I got the Lavoie Tribune delivered right to my house.
Here's something you probably haven't heard before.
Well,
yeah, I've never talked to you, so yeah. It would be...
Sadly, I have talked to him. I called him.
All right.
And I think I talked to him. I
this
just
might
called
be
up.
New to you.
All I heard was "ha ha ha" the entire time on the other line.
Does your dog bite?
I heard a guy snapping a mustache with wax on it. So he then said to me, "Hey, dude, you don't know this. I'm getting married, and so the lovely Lynn and I are getting married. So I have a favor to ask. Can I get the song Vascular and Yoked?"
I know this already.
Oh, why?
Because he wrote me first.
The fuck's he writing you for? I run the show.
Yeah, but I did all that shit. That's me.
So, but it's with the show though. You got to go through me. I'm the guy.
That's what I told him. He wrote this. Now I'm putting this all together. I didn't recognize the name. I know exactly what's going on. I don't know the backstory of the couple. I just know that he instant messaged me and he asked, "Hey, I'm interested in playing Vascular and Yoked at my wedding." And my first thought was, why?
Yeah, that was the same thing I did.
It's not like there's like lyrics in there about forever love and
no.
It's about liking a girl with a bad arm.
Yeah, I like a girl who eats marbles.
Yeah.
Maybe Lynn eats marbles.
This is what I do.
Maybe Lynn has a bad arm.
I like the type of girl.
So he wrote me.
I told him to write you because it's what I tell everyone. Mike owns the rights to anything, his likeness, anything that's through the show belongs to him. Music, even if it's just me, it's his property.
Right. So he wrote, and I didn't even question it. I just sent it to him. I was just like, because to me, it just makes me laugh that he wants to even play it at his goddamn wedding.
Yeah. So basically, I looked out for you, but you never asked me if it was okay.
True.
Okay, I just want to make sure we establish that.
Because honestly,
I told him though to tell you that you had spoke. I might have told him tell him you ran it by me, and I said it was fine. Doesn't bother. I'm fine with it.
Well, I thought you would be on board because it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, and you imagine a stupid wedding. And he said that like a few guys are in the wedding party, and they know the song. So like when they hear, so again, it's that in joke for him and like three dudes.
I don't even know it.
There's just going to be mother-in-laws looking and just going, "Well, I don't understand what the fuck is happening here," but that's fine. And yoked. Forearms.
That's it. Vascular and yoked. That dude is vascular and yoked.
Pass the protein shake. I'm tearing this phone book. curls, curls, curls.
What was the verses?
Dips, dips, dips.
There's a funky new groove going down. He's a man with... I don't even know my own song.
Well, you know who does? Martine Lavoie.
All right, I'll just play the... You can karaoke it now. That's it. 2 chords.
Who wants to feel my back?
Everybody gather round.
My glutes broke this chair.
There's a funky new groove going down.
Calves, calves, calves.
I can't remember that verse.
I can flex my hair.
My dude is vascular, and you
Shoulders, more like boulders.
vascular, and you.
Where was that? I should have thought that when we did the actual one.
See?
Damn it.
You planned too much last time.
I plan everything.
Took 8 hours. We could have just done it now.
You know, it's funny. I actually have the notebook upstairs with all those the things I've just jotted down. Stupidity. I'm sure there's a page of shit we didn't even use in the song.
You know what? I could write something down right now, but unfortunately, I use my notepad as the drum pad when I play Ballroom Blitz, and it's all dented to shit. Look at this.
Oh, dude, nice. You tore it apart.
It's Braille. I think it's Braille now.
So Martine is getting married, and for
good for
some
him.
ridiculous reason, he's playing that song at his reception.
I hope they have a routine where you know how the thing now for viral videos is like, you know, your bridal party does a choreographed dance.
Yes.
To Uptown Funk or something. Maybe I hope they have something planned for Vascular and Yoke.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen ever in a million years.
God, I hope it's not their first dance.
You know what? I hope. Oh my God, how perfect would that? No, it's actually his mom's son dance.
Get the mom out here.
Let's bring out Mrs. Lavoie.
I like the girl who can do splits at a car wash.
So, all right. So that's why they were thrown into the song. So, hey there,
Wow.
Martine and Lynn. Enjoy your wedding this weekend. And
we really enjoy your choice.
this show isn't even a comedy show anymore. Really, it's just I'm now the guy who's like hey, look, I'm available for birthday parties. That's who I am. I don't do it. It's like I want it to be, because again, I want it to be a national show. And the first person to respond on Facebook lives in Saudi Arabia. Our friend Hanan. She actually wrote
that
us.
was the first one?
She was the first one, like quickly, because I think it's always noon there. So she's like awake. I mean, I have no idea what the time difference
You
is, but
should
I'm
have
pretty
just
sure.
held it to the first person, because that's a great name. You could have done any song with that. You could have done a million songs with using just one name like that.
With Hanan al-Hamami?
Yeah.
Is it al-Hamami, I would imagine. Hanan al-Hamami. I don't know, but I know that literally just me saying her name that many times in this song is going to get her thrown in some prison over there. I mean, I know that there's going to be a problem.
I think you could work that into that Elvis song you like about Daddy Don't, me and Mommy and Tommy.
Hanan al-Hamami.
We can find a brand new mom.
Hamami, please don't cry.
You still got me and
Hanan
little
al-Hamami.
Tommy. Yeah, see, together we can find Hanan al-Hamami. Daddy, please take me to Saudi Arabia.
Daddy, please.
Don't pierce my labia.
Oh, whoa, that's
the first rhyme that came to my head. Elvis was into that, though.
But actually, nope, fits perfectly with Saudi Arabia.
That's my gift.
Yeah, nicely done.
I didn't say it was good lyrics. I just said they
It just
rhymed.
did rhyme, sure. So Martine and Lynn are getting married.
Forget the labia song. I'm sorry I did that.
Yeah, we'll scotch that. That wasn't good. No, it was actually good. It was fucking perfect. It was right on the money. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's what happens sometimes in this show, folks, which, by the way, is not less a show than it is an audible birthday invitation at this point. And literally, some guy dies and people write me like, hey, can we play something as memorial from you? And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I can't imagine that his mom wants to hear from Podcaster Jones, but maybe she does.
You know what goes good at Awake? Lily Saw My Cock. That's a good song for Awake.
Well, that happened with our friend Steven. Our friend Steven passed away, and then they wanted me to record a thing for him, which I did. And now we've got a wedding. We're present at a wedding. Yeah. There was someone who wanted me at their birthday, and someone actually invited me to their birthday party. And we're also invited to our friend Derek Leitner's wedding. And when I say we, I mean all of us. I know that the lovely Jill and I are invited because we saw Derek. Derek came to the Pittsburgh show. Derek is a fucking machine. I think Derek's seen me 7 times. Derek, I believe he came to Cleveland. He's come to Pittsburgh. He went to Detroit. He went to Chicago. He went to Milwaukee. I mean, he's just a fucking man. And he's getting married in a couple of months. He's actually getting married in Vegas. So maybe we tie it all in together and we all go out there. We just do the whole fucking crew. Me, you, Lily, Jill, and you bring Kristen, and it'll be the thing.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can handle Vegas more than once.
A balloon artist and a clown. We'll all fucking get out there. Just rent a bus.
I was only out there for, 4 days this past weekend, and that's enough for me, man.
Really? You're calling it a day?
Here's the thing. I don't fit in anywhere. I don't gamble. I don't drink.
Well, you and I have gone through that before
Yeah,
when we were in Vegas.
but-
we just ran away.
So when the guys all go, when the guys went when we were for bachelor parties in '97, it was the first time I was there.
Yeah.
I had fun, but because you were there, and our buddies would go off and play craps for 3 hours, and you and I would go get to strip clubs and goof off.
Yeah, we were dumb, which is fun.
Yeah, and then in 2006 we went again because we all turned 40. We all went again to Vegas at guys only, and the same thing. I go because it's what dudes do. I don't play cards. I don't really drink. I think we went to strip clubs again that time.
Well, Jill and I are bummed we didn't go this time. We wanted.
should've.
We were totally lined up to go, and then it was just we went. Because I'm going to be there for Thanksgiving, and then my job ended, so like money became a thing, and it didn't look like it was going to work with her taking time off work because we travel. We're traveling quite a bit to one another, me to her and her to me. But we should have gone because we went for birthday week for her this year, and she got sick like the second day.
so.
And again, like I've talked about her on here, she's just she and I are trying to kind of get through this where like I try to take care of her and she tries to take care of me. And I talked about it in Vegas. We went out like the second night, and she's in the car, and I'm like, well, let's go. We'll go do this. We'll go to that. And she's looking at me, and I go, are you okay? And she's like, well, I have a stomach ache. Like I don't know what it is. And I go, well, it's okay. I go, do you want to go back to the hotel room? She's like, no, it's okay. Let's go out. And I said, honey, it's fine. We can, if you're sick, I don't want to. And then she started to cry. And I'm like, what is wrong? And she's like, I don't know. I've never had this kind of pain before. And I'm like,
What are you
well, then
doing?
why are we going out?
Exactly.
And I'm in a parking lot at a Walgreens looking for like Bromo seltzer from the 50s. And I'm like, what do you need? Anything that you need? And she's like, I'm okay. I don't want to ruin your good time. I'm like, honey, it's okay. We'll go back to the hotel. I'm just as happy laying in bed with you and just fucking flipping channels. It's okay. I don't need to gamble or do crazy shit. And she's like, honey, no, we came to Vegas to have a good time.
She looks like Lee Harvey Oswald all the time.
Fucking Yaphet Kotto staring at her with wide eyes. I'm just like, good God, honey. And she's in such pain, but she doesn't, again, it's that thing where she's just like, I don't want to ruin your good time. Go. Yeah, just plunging a fucking fork into her own stomach.
But coming out with
So I wanted to go.
well, that's what I'm
should have
saying.
gone.
For me now, last year was the first time the UN of Evil as a group went couples, and I had so much fun because, in a weird way, it's like I'd rather hang out with the girls. I know it's weird, but it gave me something to do. I didn't feel obligated to sit at a craps table or spend 2 hours waiting for Doolsy or the big guy to finish a poker tournament, because that's what those guys do. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I don't do that.
In fairness to you, though, you very rarely have time for gambling when you're posting pictures of yourself wearing a hat. So,
Oh, that's why I was doing that for you. That's why I did that.
I mean, like I went on, and it was like Facebook doesn't make any noise on my phone. Oh. But then when I went to Facebook and I turned it on, it sounded like shuffling cards because so many pictures of you wearing a hat downloaded. They just showed up, man.
The first one is because of the last time I think we recorded together, I said something about, you said all Vegas is hey, I'm in Vegas and I'm wearing a hat.
Yep.
So I don't get along with the sun.
Okay.
Me and the sun got a thing. And when I go to Arizona, I usually end up in a like a full body cast of lotions because I can't. I have an allergy, and then I also have an allergy to the sunscreen.
I was just saying, I have a great sunscreen for you. I swear to God, literally. No. Because that's how old a person I am. I have a sunscreen
here's the thing.
now.
I since I've been able to manage it, but if I mismanage it, it will literally ruin my vacation. So when I was in Arizona, Kristen's like, why don't you just buy a hat? And I'm like, I'm not a baseball hat guy for like walking around.
Sure.
I go, but all the hats they sell for sun hats are old guy Panama. Those
course.
like, what are they made out of? Like they're
linen.
No, not even the harder,
the
like
straw.
Yeah, like a straw sun hat, and it's a fedora style, which is cool. I like that. But I'm like, with the colored band, and I'm like,
Yes.
you look like an old man wearing that.
Yeah, you should be wearing like an OP shirt.
Exactly,
At that point.
or and have like a walking stick or something like
Yeah.
Gandalf. So I found a wide brim, light colored hat at a mall in Arizona. I was like, I'm gonna get that hat. If I got to wear a sun hat, it might as well be a cool sun hat. So I bought it, and I'm like, I'll put it on. Maybe this will work. I don't know. I'll try wearing a hat. We no sooner get out of the door, leaving the mall, and this guy out of nowhere goes, "Where did you get that hat?" I'm not kidding you. He goes, "You are rocking that hat."
Whoa! Oh my God!
And I said, "Thank you. I bought it at the store." I guess we solved the hat question.
There you go.
I'm
This
not
hat
wearing a
is-
baseball hat in the sun anymore. I'm
This
wearing
hat
his
is
hat.
being rocked.
So then I figured, all right, Vegas, son, I'm wearing this goddamn hat.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you a guy, you say you're not a baseball hat walking around guy. And I can be if I just want to just fucking, I don't want to throw any gunk in my hair, but it happens rarely. But are you that guy because you like your hair too much? Like you think it's good looking?
No.
Like because your look is completed by hair? Because I don't see you, I don't know, like when I see you in a baseball hat, you know when I see you?
I look like playing baseball.
Yes, that's the only time I see you in a baseball hat, literally, is playing baseball.
Yeah, I wear a baseball hat with the Val on the. But here's the
You
thing.
wear your New York Giants hat all the time.
I wear my New York Knights hat.
That's what it is.
The natural. I can't stand when guys wear those. You know what a fitted cap?
Yeah. I used to be. I made myself fitted hat
I
guy once.
love fitted caps.
Yes.
I can't stand the buckle cheap
stupid.
hat with a hair. That's what I can't stand. So if I'm
Terrible.
gonna wear a baseball hat, it's gonna be a real hat.
I made myself. It was funny when I and this will show you how. Okay, when I wound up deciding I was going to be baseball hat guy, I went ahead and I went online. It was when the internet was invented. I'm like, oh my god, I can buy hats from everywhere.
Yeah, but you wear a size 8 or something.
That's the problem. Is I cannot just buy them from a store, so I had to order them online. But I also found all these I bought awesome Negro League hats, and I bought awesome minor league hats. I bought the Columbus. Or no, who was it? It was like these dudes, little bomb guys. I can't even remember who they were. I had a fucking Crocs hat from somewhere, but I had
3Bs.
No. It's an actual bomb. It's like a little dude. It might be like Lancaster or something, or. But I couldn't. Again, this is fucking 20 years ago. I bought these hats, but I bought and I still have a black Yankees hat, and it's one of my favorite hats. It says Black Yankees, and it has a fucking derby hanging off the Y. It is just, dude. It's one of the coolest logos I've ever seen.
There's a place called Dugout Memories. Is a place online where they have a lot of the old short-billed Yankee caps from 1910.
Yeah,
the retro style hats, and I think those are cool. But I just in terms of like on vacation, you know, I'm kind of a chick when it comes to like the clothes I wear and stuff. So there's nothing that throws off your outfit if you got a nice shirt, a nice pair of pants or shorts if you're outside, and then a baseball hat.
Yeah.
To me, it was like there's got to be something.
No, it's way too broy.
I can't go old man sun hat. So I found this like gray fedora.
I'll wear a baseball hat. Like I said, if I wake up and I'm going to just run out because my hair's long now. I mean, it's crazy long. And if I don't put gunk in it, it's kind of fly away. So I'll just fucking pull it into a tail and throw the hat on. Sure. But then no matter where I'm going, so it annoys the fuck out of me because then if I go to meet somebody at lunch, I immediately just take the hat off. Yeah. Like I sit down and then my hair's all crazy anyway. It's just, I don't know why I didn't want it crazy in the car on the way over. And yet I take the hat off when I get to my destination because by that time it's way too... Yeah. It's just fucking squeezing my head and I want it off.
So should I Photoshop my hats off in the picture? I still have a ton of pictures I'm going to post from.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
I knew you would.
Not of me.
Well,
I'm in them with the group.
Right.
That was the whole point.
But it was fun. You went and there was dune buggying, I heard.
Well, so that's the thing. All the guys wanted to go do this dune buggy excursion on Saturday afternoon, and I did not want to do it. I saw Napoleon Dynamite. I know what happens on those things.
That's fun. If we would have gone, Jill would have done that. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I would have been. Her and Evil Dennis's wife Kelly went, but the rest of the girls were like, "No," and I'm like, "No."
Well, that's because Kelly's 11.
You know, I'm here for 3 days. I don't want to spend 2 of it picking sand out of my butt crack because I mean I can't imagine how bumpy and yucky that is.
Well, I saw some of the things that Kelly was coming up with to go and do.
Oh, she wasn't coming up with them; they were coordinating.
She was proposing them
based
to everyone.
on our suggestions,
of course. But the one that made me laugh is Jill saw it first, and I didn't see it.
The dune buggy thing?
No.
Oh, the gun thing?
No. No, because I remember I told you I was going to do Sex Plane when I was there. First of all, Jill and I were going to do Sex Plane. That was. I
don't think that was on the agenda.
I don't think anybody brought it up as a group, but I can tell you that Jill and I certainly.
I'm pretty confident no one would have brought up that.
Jill and I had it in pencil. Let me put it that way. If we had made the trip, Sex Plane was definitely on our agenda. But I do know that the thing that Kelly brought up was the whiskey
that
tasting deal.
World of whiskey, yeah.
And Jill just looked at me and she goes, because here's something we'll all learn about Jill right now. Jill, here's Jill math. Jill plus whiskey equals no Mike, because I don't want to be around there because she told me, she's like, I am, look, let's put it this way. If somebody warns you not to give them whiskey, I mean, that is like, she's like
a gremlin or something.
She's a mogwai. Yeah, exactly. Jill's a mogwai. And then you give her fucking whiskey and she's Stripe. That's who she is. She just turns into Stripe the gremlin and bad shit happens. And the next thing you know, I'm in a fucking blender. And I can't have that happen because she told me.
Like she gets violent or?
She doesn't do well with it. Is
she Irish?
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, she did. I'm sure it'd take the edge off her. But she's she just told. Let's put it this way. I don't want to know. Like I don't want to see it because she told me she's like I'm not good on whiskey. Like I'm bad.
I feel that
and not like bad in a way to go like hey it's a clothes peeler offer. You know what I mean? Not like that kind of bad. She's just like I get surly and I'm not. I just don't. She goes I can't even explain it.
I think that alcohol is alcohol. You know?
Well, but she can drink margaritas, she can drink beer and all that kind of stuff. But for some reason,
there's a higher content of margaritas are a diluted thing. I just think that when you're drunk, that's a pure form of your own personality. Like when I'm drunk, I'm the fun drunk.
Right.
I'm just funny and personable, and it takes a long time to get there, but
yeah.
It's kind of fun.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I've seen Jill have a couple of beers, and she can get a little tipsy, and she's fun. It's just, but she told me she's like, I don't want whiskey. Like I don't. I'm just telling you right now, it's not a thing for me. And I'm like, all right, man. Because again, if someone warns you, then that's good. That's because I'm glad I didn't find out the fucking hard way.
It's like knowing somebody's a werewolf.
Exactly.
You have to have that information in the back.
Yeah, that came out right away. Sure, yeah. She's like, and she's like, honey, really, whiskey's not good. Oh yeah.
It's like when I tell people I don't want to go anywhere where there's a lot of people.
Yes.
People know that now.
Yeah.
And they still drag me to Vegas.
Well, when I told you that, I talked about that on the show when Jill and I went and those douchebags were in the pool hitting on every girl that walked by, and you're just like, no.
Oh, and I gave your speech about the hotel pool. I didn't quote you exactly, but we had a cabana down at Planet Hollywood, so all of us were in and out of the, not all of us. I looked over at Big Guy's wife Mary. I go, I refuse to go in that pool. I will not go in a hotel pool. She's like, why? And I go, it's like dude stew.
Yeah.
And
drop soup.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. I didn't.
Yeah.
And which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
But she brought up a pretty good point, and that's why I like Big Guy's wife Mary a lot. She's just really funny. She goes, it's not really a stew, because a stew. You plan a stew. You have ingredients, and you're intentionally. It's more like a hash. It's just leftover junk just gets piled into a thing, and I'm like, okay,
yeah, that's funny.
It's dude hash.
Makes sense.
We kept calling the pool dude hash. He says, I'm not swimming in there, man. I'm not dipping my feet in there. Forget that.
Nah, man, I'm sullying hot tubs all over this great land of mine. As a matter of fact, today when I leave, I'm going to a water park.
Oh yeah, is that the one with Captain Jack Sparrow at it?
I don't know. I just know that it's Key Lime something or other.
Key Lime Cove?
I guess so, yeah. And Jill, because I every time she works usually, and so I'll leave her at work and I'll come down here do the show and then double back home. Well, this time she was off, and I'm like, I don't want to just leave here. I said, because if I leave here, then I leave you, and then I get double back. I go, but if I leave at 4 a.m. and you come with me, you can't kill any time at 6 a.m. Where are you going to fucking go? I said we'd get there at 6. Yeah, but for 3 hours while we sit here and talk like idiots. Or an hour and a half, or however fucking long it winds up being. So I just didn't want to subject her to that. So I was like, well, you know what? And so then she came up with a great idea. She's wanting me to leave a little bit later, and then we'll get a room at this fucking Key Lime Cove. You can drop me off at Gurney Hills Mall. I'll walk around there. You come back and pick me up, and then we'll check into the hotel. We'll stay the night. Then we don't have to drive 2 whole hours each way. And I'm like, dude, that's a great idea. Fuck yeah. So I'm going to be on the lazy river by the time you guys fucking hear this. I'll be off in one of 12 hot tubs and shaking hands with a pirate and dancing to beach music, as they said in their fucking video. She showed me the online video, and it's just pictures of cockatoos, and it's like a fat guy.
I could be mistaken, but there was one of those parks here in Illinois, a water park, that had Captain Jack Sparrow lookalike guy, greeter guy, and I don't think it was affiliated with Disney, or because
just a guy.
Because I don't think he's there anymore, from what I remember. Because I was like, you can't just do that.
So it was like Lieutenant Jim Sparrow. Yeah. They just threw him out there.
Lieutenant Jim Sparrow.
Hi, how you doing? Oh, I'm Lieutenant Jim Sparrow.
Would you like some rum?
So I'll be out floating on the lazy river and doing that.
Down by the lazy river,
you'll find Hanan El Hamami. El Hamami.
El Hanami.
LL. Yeah. Ladies love El Hamami.
They do.
And I'll throw this out there because, I've talked about our great friend Leanna Dixon many times on this show. She's because again, as you know, this show is no longer a comedy show. It is an audio romper room.
It's a shout out show.
Yeah. I look through the mirror and I see Leanna and I see Jeffrey and I see Andy and I see Ron and I see Laura and I see Denise and I see Elisa.
When you turn 50,
yes,
we change the name of the show to the shout out Mr. Bufu Hour.
How about the super happy shout out, Mr. Bufu Hour?
Yes.
I like that. All right,
Yeah.
that's what we'll do.
Because then we get a whole new thing going.
If I'm doing this when I'm 50, God knows. Who
When I
knows?
get older. What do you mean? It's only like 2 years from now for you, isn't it?
Christ, less. Think about that.
1 year?
Year and a half. I mean, I just turned 48 in July. So we've got,
Hey, I only got 5 months and I'm 50.
yeah, I got a year. Well, can I still do this with you then? What happens? Do you got to go into ARP? Do I got to call them?
No.
Do I got to talk to your doctor and make sure it's okay?
I will have to get a more comfortable chair, though. That's and a sweater. And I need a sweater.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's
A recording sweater.
I don't even want to talk about getting old at this point. It's happening. It's very evident. Our friend Liana is of course a huge fan of the show. Liana Dixon, I've said her. She's been mentioned many times, and I will say this. This made me laugh. I don't check my PO box very often, and so if you guys want to send me something to the PO box, you should, and I'll get it eventually.
As long as it's not live animals.
Yeah, don't send me anything that's perishable.
Like a bunny.
Just because I don't really get a lot of things sent there, but if I do, then that's cool. So I went this week, and I went to check out the PO box, and there was one thing in there. And they said, oh, yeah, it came in July. So I said, fantastic. And they went and grabbed it. It was a big Amazon Prime box.
Nice.
Which by the way, how wasted is Amazon Prime on me?
2 day shipping.
I showed up in fucking October to pick it up. And I brought it home and I opened it. And there was a note and it just said, hey, Mike, hope this helps. Tell Lily I said hi from your biggest fan, Liana Dixon. And Liana sent us 12 legal pads.
Wow.
So we can actually write the name of the fucking show down when we're doing it. Because for months, I've said, yeah, Lily won't have a fucking legal pad. She doesn't grab a legal pad. Because she literally just jots show ideas on like the back of a receipt or whatever. And just at the end of the show, she's like, yeah, I think this is it. Crumbles it up, throws it off my forehead and walks out.
Now that I know that, I find it hysterical that somebody took the time to send you all those notepads and you're in my basement writing on the back of one of my receipts.
Not even joking. Yeah, well,
Why didn't you bring one of them with you?
Because you know why? Because then I took a picture of them. I'm actually going to put it up on Facebook because it just made me laugh that she would send. Come on, dude, fucking to take the time.
Yeah.
And also, I'm sure she used our Amazon link, so somehow I got credit for it. And I also got the legal pads, the bonus of it. How fucking great was that? She just said, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to send this to you. That's going to happen. So if you want to send me something, write me and I'll give you the address, and then I'll check it in 5 months and grab it.
No bunnies.
No, please no. Oh my God, dude, I can't have a pet. So where are we?
In my basement.
Besides that,
you can talk for another 12 minutes. Or you can not. I don't care.
well, it's funny. I did my friend Ted's podcast. I'll talk about that for just a second.
His name's Ted.
Ted Lied does a podcast called Learning Not to Swear. And as I wrote on Facebook, and I'm saying this here because I put it on Facebook, and I know some of you are not on there, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it on the show here. But Ted was very nice, and he had me come to his house to do his podcast. He saw me at PodFest, and he had some great things to say about me. He enjoyed the show. And, Ted hasn't seen me on stage in 15 years, easily, 15, 20 years, so he didn't know what I was doing at this time. So he had been listening to the podcast as research to start his own podcast. I guess he wanted to hear everybody's format, because me and all of his friends have podcasts, so he kind of wanted to dive in and hear what it was like. And by the way, I got a note this week from my brother Glenn. He's like, hey, I'm going to start listening to your podcast. And I was like, all right, well, you're about 8 years late, but that's fine. And he said, well,
that's fine.
Yeah.
You told his bag of porn story.
He knows. Because because once I think he heard that one. I think that's when he bailed. Because I wrote him and he said, I'm poor. He goes, I said, do you want the links from the other shows? He goes, yeah, I'm poor. I go, why would you ever think you would have to pay? I go, that's just like ridiculous. Yeah. And he's like, well, no, it's not that I think I have to, but I want to. I mean, if it's work you've done, I want to pay for it. And it's like, well, fuck, you've got 5. I've got
kids.
Yeah,
man.
all my nieces and nephews are over there. Buy them something. Buy them all ice cream, and there you go. You paid it off.
Buy them a dirt shirt.
Oh, sure. Well, I should send them to them, and you pose them all up. I don't know if I have any smalls left because they're small. They're young. They're tiny
little
kids.
Guys.
Yeah, they were the little guys exactly. Well, Glenn's becoming a little guy. I think he's lost like 85 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still got another 150 to go. But other than that, he's doing fine. How rude would that be? Just me take a swipe at him. The guy's new. He's on board. So I did Ted's show, and I go to his house, and we wind up talking.
His name's Ted.
It is, and we're wind up talking and knocking out show, and he's new to this. You know what I mean? So it's I busted his balls on his own show because he's like, all right, Mike, you ready to do the show? All right, let's go. And we're ready. And he hits the microphone and he goes, hi, this is Ted Live, and I'm learning Learning Not to Swear with Ted Lied, and that's our guest today. And I go, wait a minute. I go, what are you doing?
Midnight Star.
Yeah. And then to his credit, he went, I am a man who does not like his own voice. And he goes, so I feel I need to speak a different way when I'm talking, and I'm self-conscious about it. I'm like, well, by all means, start a podcast. This is a guy I've known from the time I moved to Chicago. Very funny stand-up comedian on stage.
Oh, he's a
oh, fuck
yeah,
yes.
I didn't know if he's just a guy.
No, dude, stand-up comic,
Okay.
very funny. And then comes here, he gets acting jobs. He's in a ton of shows. I mean, he's worked a million times. He's all over the place on your TV, in commercials, all over the place. He has that standard dad guy look. But he can also be a tough guy because he's kind of a big gruff guy sometimes. Mm-hmm. He can pull it off. He's just really good at what he does. So it just made me laugh. That I was like, and then another thing, I'm Ted Lied with and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I'm Ted Lied.
So I did his show
to my podcast.
He went ahead and he put it up. It was weird. He goes, it'll go up in a few weeks.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And then like a day later, he's like, all right, man, it's going up. Here's the link. And I said, dude, that's quick. You said it would be a few weeks. And he's like, well, I need that 40-year-old boy bump.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, it made me laugh. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll tell anybody I can to listen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're going to be sorely disappointed. I'm not, your other bigger names, but we'll try. So if you get a chance, go download Learning Not to Swear. But I will tell you this, I don't think it's in the iTunes store. If you Google Learning Not to Swear, Ted Lied, and it's Lyde, it'll probably take you to his Libsyn page, and he's really done a great job with that. And you can listen right there from the Libsyn page, and I think you can download it too. I'm not sure. I have no idea. It might be available in PodHub, all those different things, but I don't know if he's in the iTunes store just yet because he didn't send me that link. He sent me the Libsyn link. But also, I should tell you this, we talked forever. Like, we talked for like 2.5 hours. We really did, shockingly.
Man, that's weird.
And well, I mean, the first episode is just, I think the whole first episode boils down to this. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Why? Because, no, yes. Because he's telling me you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I mean, this is what I do.
Oh, he brought you on the show and then was telling you what not to do?
Because he was baffled by my choices, as everybody in the world is.
Get in line, man.
And I get that, and I understand it, but I tried to fucking explain to him why I'm that way. Like I said, look, this is the way it goes.
Teddy.
And he's just like, yeah, but it shouldn't be that way. And I'm like, but no, you listen, this is, and I thought I was pretty clear in my explanation of why, but go listen to the show and you'll hear it. But also, my point is, this is part one. And because he broke it into two halves, okay? Yeah. So I said to him, and I go, all right, well, when's part two go up next week? And he goes, no, I'm saving it for Christmas. What the fuck? Are you serious? And again, I don't tell anybody how to run their own show. That's their own deal, and whatever they want to do is fine. But it just seems ridiculous that if you had if people are listening and they had any sort of momentum and cared about me or wanted to know who I was and what I was about, you would put the second half like the very next week.
How old is the podcast?
He's only done like 35 episodes.
Oh, okay. So it's not like this is early on in his, really early on.
No, he's almost a year in.
I was going to say, you wouldn't want to put this two-man thing out early where people start thinking that's the dynamic.
But also what's really interesting is, Lenny, my brother Lenny was a guest on this show a few months ago. Mm-hmm. He was on before me. And it's funny, Jill looked at me because I told her I did Ted's show, and she just goes, did you know your brother did it? And I said, yeah, it comes up on Ted's show. And she goes, oh. She goes, have you heard it? I go, no. And she goes, you should probably listen to it. And I'm like, uh-oh. Why? She goes, well, there's a segment on you. And I'm like, all right, so I'll tell you this. I'll plug that. Go listen to Lenny's Learning Not to Swear with Ted Lied, and then listen to mine, and then sit around and wait for fucking Christmas to show up so you can hear the rest of mine and hear what else I fucking talked about.
Did you talk about Lenny?
I did.
See, then we're all even Steven.
Extensively. So that's what I'm saying. Because I told Jill, I said, I actually talked about Lenny a lot on my show.
Well, that's good.
And she's like, well, he talked a lot about you on his show. And I'm like, well, and I told you that idea I had a long time ago but then Lenny and I were never talking. But I wanted to have stories from our childhood, and I wanted to call it, he said, and then like the stage would get dark and he would light up and whatever the fuck. But then I realized, well, nobody wants to come see two fucking idiots just babble on a stage.
That would be silly.
Of course it would. Ted's...
Yeah, almost as bad as listening to two idiots on a podcast.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know what you're trying to point out, and I quite frankly, I resent the implication.
Okay.
So go listen to Ted's show. It's available now. You can download that. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm just, because I got to go to a water park, man. I'm on the lazy river as you hear this. You guys can get me at MikeandMikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can find me at Facebook.com/the40-year-old boy. You can follow me at Twitter.com/the40-year-old boy. Our friend Lily Von Stupp is the producer of this show. Not this week, but most other weeks. And you will hear her, and you can find her all over the place. She's in a bunch of fantastic. We're just gonna. do. Am I doing it out of order? Right? I'm supposed to do you first.
Do me? I don't care.
My friend David Hernandez does all of the artwork and the music for this show. He is available at facebook.com/David Mex Hernandez, or you can find him at artbydmh.com. That's artbydmh.com. Go ahead and find him there, and he will do all sorts of Valscape. You have a question? You're raising your hand.
Yeah, I want to make it clear that I didn't write that hero song.
Oh, you didn't?
That we sang earlier? I just want
okay.
that clarified.
All right. Well,
Before
good for
people
you.
go, wow, that guy's pretty talented.
That was pretty awesome. No, that was, I mean, we adapted it. We did a lot of different stuff with it, but.
It's a David Bowie song.
That's true, it is.
And I will make an effort to Photoshop my hats out of my pictures from Vegas.
Good luck. So you got,
just
you got a
crop
week?
'em. I'll crop them.
Well, I'm saying you'll have to have a week worth of the time to
So
fucking
you'd
do
rather
it.
have me have a rash or some sort of allergy?
You're supposed to be good in the sun, man.
I know you would think, my heritage, I would be, but
Z in your name. You should be out there all the
no,
time.
man, I've been having fights with Mr. Sun.
Just cover yourself in lanolin. Was it? Oh, what song is that?
Cover yourself in lanolin?
No, but what's in the lanolin?
A song with lanolin?
I'm thinking of Clothed in Crinoline. It's a
does
Simon
that
Garfunkel song. Clothed in Crinoline
Don't know that one.
and smoky burgundy. So go to, you know what, go find him at facebook.com/David Mex Hernandez. Go to artbydmh.com, artbydmh.com, buy his Valscapes, buy his Guycons, and order a custom artwork from him. He'll take care of it. Again, Ryan Dirks does all the online stuff for the show. When I talk to him, go to facebook.com/Ryan Dirks.
Yeah, where are you supposed to get that?
I was.
All right, then.
And then Lily Von Stupp, you can find her at several different Twitter accounts. You can find her at facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp. Remember, the Monday Night Tease is every Monday night at the 3 Clubs on Vine at Santa Monica. Go to facebook.com/Monday Night Tease and find her there. Buy tickets at brownpapertickets.com. Look for Lily Von Stupp or Monday Night Tease. And as I said, facebook.com/Monday Night Tease. And also go to twitter.com/Lily Von Stupp, twitter.com/MNTease, and twitter.com/HollywoodBQFest. Go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and go ahead and pick up all sorts of cool stuff there. We've got we got the Joe Business page. So we've got the Yurt Dirt Dirt shirts available. We've got Schmidt Alive 2 there for a download. We've got my CD, The Big Angry. We've got download sets year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6. Soon to come, year 7, as soon as I make a text and a phone call. And then also while you're there, you can go ahead and use the Amazon link like our friend Liana did and buy legal pads for you and your friends. And we get credit for that. Thank you. And then, of course, we're friends with Tweaked Audio. They help us out, and they're really cool. And if you use any of their stuff, we get money because they sell cock ring watches and all that neat stuff. And also, remember, I'm driving for Uber now because, I'm not a professional in any sort of way other than driving a fucking car. But if you go to get.uber.com/drive/invite_code equals DJZW1YTTUE, you can use that link to become an Uber driver. And once you complete 20 trips, I get $200. And that's fucking fantastic, right? Because that's at least a week's worth of gas for me with the fucking Ubering I'm doing. That's get.uber.com/drive/invite_code DJZW1YTTUE and become a part of my Uber army out there, folks. And I'm going to let David Hernandez take us out with his Git box.
You're gonna help me.
Oh, I'm going to? All right. Well, let's go. That's me.
I wish you could swim
Dude, I can totally swim. I'm actually a fucking fish.
like dolphins.
Here's an interesting fact. Dolphins, however, are not fish.
Like dolphins can swim.
They're mammals. Mammalia.
And nothing
Everything.
will keep us together.
Like love, Daryl Dragon?
Can be forever and ever.
Mex always says people skip the closing music. I say people love your closing music, so let's prove it to them. If you've listened this far, write me at heymexilistened@gmail.com and we'll send you a 40-year-old boy hearing commemorative Facebook profile picture that you better fucking put up, you dick. Sorry about the dick thing. Thing. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it.
I don't want you to miss any of that brilliance.